Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel and another video that is going to be very different, at least for this channel. So back in the days I used to do a lot of makeup videos and I used to do videos here. I used to have like a Beauty Friday, but that was many years ago. And then I have a beauty channel where I haven't uploaded so much to that channel, but I am going to start uploading there very soon. I do have a plan for that. But today is a makeup video. I am going to try Sheglam makeup. That is a makeup brand on the Shein website. So it's very affordable. And I have a bunch of things here. That's why I'm not wearing any makeup, because I'm going to do everything from scratch. And I'm going to show you, and this is a collaboration video. So they did gift me all of these things to try for today's video. And I hope you're going to like it. And I think it's going to take a while. That's why we're going to dig right into it. So I have a lot of different things to try. So some of the things that I have is like doubled. I'm not going to be able to try everything. So the only thing that I don't have for today's video is foundation and concealer. So I have put a little bit of concealer and foundation on my skin. And I did use the primer because I do have a primer. So I did use this primer that is moisturizing and hydrating. It's a base primer, and I have to say that I really like this one. I was surprised. First of all, I like the bottle. I think it's very sleek and very nice, and the primer was a little bit sticky, but it was very hydrating, and I am very dry, so I really liked that primer. So the only thing that I did was to put that on and to put a little bit of concealer and foundation, and I'm going to buff it out with this blender that is like an alien. That was a little bit cool. So I'm going to buff it out a little bit. I just went over with like a brush, but I like to do the final touch with a sponge because I don't like to have too much concealer and foundation on. Like lately, I have not been doing any full cover makeup. Like I have not been doing lashes or full cover. Like I'm a little bit on and off. Sometimes I like to do more full cover, sometimes I do not, and I'm right now in the mood not to do more like full cover type of makeup. Here is a Hydro Touch Refreshing Setting Powder. Picture of that. That's how this is looking. Open it like this. Part inside here that you open. Oof. So this powder has a pink hint to it. So let's see how it will perform while putting it on. Usually I like this is a translucent powder, I guess, but usually I don't have a pink hint to it. So let's try it. So since I am, oh, this feels wet. Is it my brush that is wet? Why was that brush wet? I'm gonna go for another brush on the other eye because that felt wet. This one is dry for sure. Maybe I shouldn't go. It feels wet. Okay, this is weird. So it like gives me a feeling of that it feels a little bit wet when I'm putting it on. So that was an interesting feeling, a little bit like, now it feels dry. Immediately when I put it on, it felt like a wet powder, but then it dried up and it definitely does not leave any pink residue or anything, so that's good. I'm only gonna set around my eyes because I do have liquid products for the contouring and the cheeks. So I do have two different contouring. It's the same one, but it's in two different shades, and I honestly do not know. It's Golden Sun and it's Soft Tan. I usually don't go for liquid products so much. Oh, this is interesting. Like you open it and it's like a sponge like that. That maybe I like. Go for this one. It's a little bit more cool tone. The one that is Soft Tan. So I think I'm gonna go for the other one, Golden Sun, because I do usually like a little bit more of a golden touch. So I'm gonna do a little bit of contouring with this. Usually I don't do crazy contouring, to be honest. I just do a little bit around my cheeks. Ooh, that looks intense. So I'm gonna go over it with the sponge today. So I'm gonna use the flat side of the sponge and buff this out. So usually I use powder. This is nice. It looks very natural, to be honest. Usually I like when I do my fast makeup, I do powder, but if I'm gonna do like liquid, I don't use so much, but I do have like a cream from Chanel buffer, like cheek contouring bronzer that I like. But this one I like. Look, it gives like a very nice touch to it. I am actually going to, just to see the color of this one, the other one, I'm just gonna quickly go over it and just see. Both of them were actually a little bit cool in the tones. Oh, did I use Golden Sun again? Oh my god, I'm so stupid. I think the other color is a little bit more... Oh, I don't think you can see, but the other color is way more cool tone, almost a little bit gray. So this color maybe is not the best for me, the soft tan. I think I definitely like the golden tan more, but I'm gonna buff this in as well. It gives a very soft and gentle contouring vibe. And yeah, this feels very fresh. For cheeks, I do have two products. One that actually I thought it was nail polish, but it is Sheglam Strawberry Lip and Cheek Tint. So this you can have both on the lips and the cheeks. I think I'm gonna use it a little bit, but I have another product as well, so I'm just gonna buff this a little bit on my cheeks just to... Woo! That's intense. Okay, usually I don't go for so red colors when I'm going for... I'm gonna use the other side of the buffer. Okay, it blends out very... Okay, so when you blend it out, it's not that intense anymore. Oh, it actually looks very fresh when you blend it out like this. It looks like a little bit of a kiss. I think you can layer this, of course you can, but I am not going to layer that one because I want to try this one that looks like the same type of bottle as the contouring product. But this is called Rose Ritual. This looks a little bit more like the color I usually go for on my cheeks. No, this is actually a little bit more peachy, but I'm up for it. So as you see, I don't like to put my blush right on the apples. I like to push it like a little bit further up. That's just how you like it, but I like to center it a little bit here and then push a little bit upwards to get a little bit like a lift. This one was definitely much more pigmented. I'm gonna use the back side of the sponge to buffer it out a little bit more. Dries kind of quickly, so you have to work a little bit quickly with this one. But I'm going alternating the different side of the sponge because I don't want it to be too intense, which I feel that I got a little bit of an intense feeling here. So I'm going to set the rest of my face, and I'm going to use a bigger brush for that, but the same setting powder. Let's see if it's this wet feeling to it now also. Yeah, it's like a cooling feeling when I put it on. It's a little bit different, but it kind of cool wet feeling when I put it on, and then it goes away. What goes for the tinted contouring, I really like the tinted contouring. I did like this one more than I like this one, and for the cheeks, and that was surprising because this I was very skeptical, but it was blending out very nicely. Now I'm going to use brow products. So I have two brow products from them. It's one Set Me Up brow gel, and then it's a brow pencil. So I'm very picky when it comes to my brows. I'm gonna see if this, I think this is the right color. So I'm just very lightly going to color the eyebrows.